गुड मॉर्निंग माय डियर स्टूडेंट्स, मैं हूं दीपक और आप देख रहे हैं दीपक कर्नल। टुडे इन दिस क्लास वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस अबाउट मिक्स्ड ग्रुपिंग ऑफ सेल्स एंड क्वेश्चन ब्रिज। ओके, फर्स्ट already we know the series combination of cells as well as parallel combination of cells. So today we will see the mixed grouping. Mixed grouping means it is the combination of series as well as parallel combination of the cells. But in this case we will consider the cells of equal EMF and having equal internal resistance. So first of all we will connect the battery or the cells having EMF E and internal resistance R in series. Okay, so this is the battery. These are the batteries having n number of cells are connected in series. Okay, n number of cells are connected in series, but remember the EMF of all these batteries are E and internal resistance of the batteries or the cells are R. All are equal. So this is your one battery, this is another battery. Okay, so there are n number of cells are connected in series. This is the last one, n. All are connected in series. Similarly, like this, we will add m rows. This is one battery. Again, this is another battery of cells. Again, n number of cells are connected here. Like this, we are having n rows. That means n number of cells are connected as m rows. We are connecting n number of cells. Okay, here यहीं पे कितना है n number of cells है, एक लाइन में n number of cells है और n number of cells कितना ले रहे हैं, m को ले रहे हैं. That means m number of parallel case we are considering here. Okay, so similarly here last one we will save this one. This is first one, this is second one. N number of rows are connected here. This is last one. And all are connected in parallel. And all these are connected to external resistance R. All are connected to external resistance R here. Alright, n number of cells are connected in series. Here is also same thing, n number of cells are connected in series. Here is also same thing, n number of cells are connected in series and m rows are there. Alright, m ये एक लाइन हो गया, कितना लाइन है, m लाइन है. तो पैरेलल में कितना आ रहा है, m आ रहा है. Got it? और सीरीज में कितना आ रहा है, n आ रहा है. Okay, so here we have to calculate the current through the main circuit. What is the value of I through the main circuit? ये जो combination हो गया, this combination is connected through an external resistance capital R here, and we are going to find the current flowing through this main circuit or flowing through the external resistance capital R. So we have to calculate like this. I am rubbing here. As we know, current I is equal to what? Total EMF by total resistance. We have to calculate one by one. First we have to calculate the numerator here, then we have to calculate denominator, then we have to divide it. So what is the total EMF? For simplicity, while we are considering only in series combination, first row. While we are considering the first row itself, how many number of cells are connected? N number of cells, and they have connected in series combination as they have connected in series combination. So we will write for first row, the EMF is N into E. Why? Because N number of cells are connected in series and these terminals are same, oriented in same direction. That's why it is N into E. Similarly, for first row, the resistance, the internal resistance is how much? इंटरनल रेजिस्टेंस ये भी सीरीज कनेक्शन में है, ये सीरीज कनेक्शन में है, इसीलिए क्या होगा? सीरीज कनेक्शन में रेजिस्टेंस, व्हाट इज द वैल्यू ऑफ इक्विवेलेंट रेजिस्टेंस इन सीरीज कॉम्बिनेशन? इन सीरीज कॉम्बिनेशन इट इज N into R. Got it? So R plus N times, that's why N into R. This is the total internal resistance for first row. Similarly, ME is the total EMF for first. Got it? And we are having M number of rows. That means in parallel combination, how many rows are there? M rows. Therefore, similarly for second row is also same thing. Similarly for second row, third row, and so on. Right? Similarly, for second row also the equivalent capacitance, the net EMF or total EMF is NE, and third row is also same here. Similarly, nth row the net or total EMF is NE. The internal resistance for second row, third row or nth row is again same here, N into small r. But for total, since M rows are there, therefore they are connected in parallel combination. Yes or no? Parallel combination में दिख रहा है कि नहीं? So they are connected in parallel combination. अगर ये parallel combination में होगा, then what is the net EMF or net internal resistance here? Therefore, the net or total EMF is कितना होगा? देखो ये इसको अगर मैं दूसरे तरीके से लिखता हूं, तो वन रो को अगर लिख रहा हूं, so this one is first one, this is N into E, this is NR. Similarly कितना है? M rows are here. M rows होने के बाद कितना हो जाएगा? EMF is same, because in parallel combination the potential is same, always same. So this is N into E. Okay, and total internal resistance is कितना होगा? टोटल इंटरनल रेजिस्टेंस मैं इसको लिख रहा हूं, आई एम रोइंग हियर. So first row is looking like this. This is N into E and this is NR. Okay. Similarly, another row will be here. This is again NE and this is again NR. How many rows are there? M rows are there. This is the last one. Again having same EMF and same internal resistance N are here. So all these internal resistances are connected in parallel combination, and in parallel combination, what is the net equivalent resistance? R upon N, R by N. Here in place of N we will write N. Why? Because M rows are there. Since M rows are there, so we will divide here N. Got it? You should not take N here. N are in series. Rather, M rows are there. That's why M parallel combinations are there. M parallel combination are there. Therefore, we will divide this R is what? This R is nothing but your N into R. So, our net internal resistance for M rows will be NR upon M. So, this is the value. Total internal resistance NR upon M. Okay? So, अगर ये हो गया, then we are having again this one. This is the external resistance R, capital R. Now we will calculate the current I. Then what is the value of total resistance? This is nothing but the total internal resistance. So what is the value of total resistance? Total resistance is equal to what? Total internal resistance, and this one is total internal. Again it will be looking like this. This is N into E, and this is N R upon M. Total internal resistance, it is connected with resistance R. So ये सर्किट में कितना हो रहा है टोटल रेजिस्टेंस? दिस रेजिस्टेंस प्लस दिस रेजिस्टेंस, ये दोनों सीरीज कनेक्शन है. हमें पैरेलल जैसे दिखाई दे रहा है, बट इट इज नॉट combined as parallel. It is combined in series. Got it? So we have to add this one. We have to add this and this. So total resistance become, therefore total resistance of the combination is R plus NR upon, this is external resistance, whereas this one is your internal resistance, total internal resistance of the combination. Therefore current I is equal to what? Total EMF is nothing but your NE divided by total resistance is R plus NR upon N. Now we will simplify this. When we will consider LCM here, and divided by M, this is NR plus this is NR. So this M will go to the top. That implies I is equal to M into N into E divided by MR plus NR. This is the case. Okay, this is the final expression for the current through the main circuit or through the external resistance R. M into N into E divided by M into R plus N into R, where N is the number of cells connected in a row or in series, and N is the parallel combination of M rows are there. Got it? So you have to remember this expression for numericals. Now can we say that at which condition this current will be maximum? Current कब maximum हो सकता है? Got it? That is a special case we will consider. So when the current will be maximum, the current I will be maximum when current will be maximum when the denominator will be lesser and lesser, when MR plus NR will be minimum. जब डिनोमिनेटर MR plus NR मिनिमम होगा at that time this current will be maximum. Why? Because M भी constant है, N भी constant है और this EMF is always a constant. So we will decide on denominator factor. Got it? So I will be maximum when MR plus NR, this one is quantum, will be minimum. So we have to find one condition where this will be minimum. This is MR plus NR can be written as root under MR square plus root under NR. We can write it square root दे दिया और square हो गया. Got it? This one is equal to root under MR square plus root under NR square minus twice root under MR into root under NR plus twice root under MR into root under NR. यही पे मैंने क्या किया? Simple I add two terms. First one is minus 2 of this one. Again, next one is plus 2 twice and 2 into this one. So ये दो तो कैंसिल हो जाएगा. So ये मैंने एक माइनस किया हूँ और एक प्लस किया हूँ. Now I will consider these three terms. This one is a square plus b square minus 2 into a into b. So from this I can write this one MR root under MR minus root under NR whole square. So ये क्या हो गया? a minus b का स्क्वायर कितना हो जाएगा? a square plus b square minus twice ab again plus this one. Okay, I have written. Now you will see that this whole term MR plus NR will be minimum when this is the positive one. All things are positive. M is positive here. Capital R is positive. Similarly, small m is also positive constant. Positive one. Small r is also positive. 2 is also positive. So this term will always a positive one. Only remaining things is this one. And since it is square, so obviously it will come as positive. Suppose this is the negative also, then the square of that negative value will come as positive. So what should be the value of this one? So that this term is minimum, it must be 0. That means for MR plus NR, for MR plus NR is minimum when root under MR minus root under NR is equal to 0. Got it? When it is positive, positive square is positive. When it is negative, then also square of negative is also a positive one, so it will come as positive. Therefore, it must be 0 to minimize this term. Okay. So when this one will be there, that implies root under MR is equal to root under NR. It will go to the right hand side. That implies we will square this term while squaring. This is MR is equal to NR. That implies capital R is equal to what? NR upon. What is this one? This is the external resistance, capital R. What is this one? This is the total internal resistance of the combination. You can see that. Okay, लिखा था अभी. Total internal resistance of the combination. So here you can say that. Therefore, or this implies external resistance must be equal to total internal resistance total internal resistance of the combination. Got it? You have to remember this one. They will ask, what should be the condition such that the current I will be maximum in case of mixed grouping of these cells. So you have to tell that when the external resistance is equal to total internal resistance of the combination, at that time the current will be maximum. Okay, so you have to remember this. And you can find it also. When this equal to this, you have to put here, then you will get the current will be maximum. Next is here Wheatstone bridge. Wheatstone bridge is one arrangement, or it is, you can say that, one of the bridge. It is the arrangement of four resistors. Arrangement of four resistors to find the unknown resistance. To find the unknown resistance by knowing the remaining three resistance. Remaining three resistance. कितना रेजिस्टर्स होता है इसमें? 4 रेजिस्टर्स होता है, उसमें से एक अननोन होता है, और वो कैसे निकालेंगे? बाय यूजिंग ऑफ 3 रिमेनिंग नॉन रेजिस्टेंस. ये जो 3 होगा, ये 3 नॉन रेजिस्टेंस होगा. So you can say, or it is the definition of Wheatstone bridge. It is the arrangement of 4 resistances such that we can find the unknown resistance by remaining 3 known resistance. You can write it by doing the pause here. Okay, so it is one of the arrangement, and it looks like this. See here. Okay, it looks like this one. There are 4 resistors named as P, Q, R and S. Okay, suppose S is unknown resistance, and we are calculating the unknown resistance S here. P, Q and R is known here. P, Q are called as ratio R. P and Q, this R is called as ratio R. Ratio R. Whereas R, the branch, this arm is called R is called standard R. Standard R. And S is the unknown R. Unknown R. Okay, and here capital G is nothing but one device called as galvanometer. Galvanometer. Galvanometer is a device which detects the flow of current, which detects the current in the circuit. Yes, it detects the current, but it does not measure. Don't use the word here measure. ये मेजर नहीं करता है कितना करंट इसमें आ रहा है, मेजर नहीं करता है. ये क्या करता है? सिर्फ डिटेक्ट करता है करंट है कि नहीं है. अगर करंट है, then this device will act. The pointer will move. Okay, forward or backward. It depends on the direction of the current. So it only detects the current. We can know that the current is in the circuit or not. To measure the current, we have another device called as ammeter. Ammeter is the device which measures the current, whereas galvanometer is the device which detects the current flowing through the circuit or not. Okay, so there are 4 resistors P, Q, R and S, and here we are going to calculate the S. So this is the Wheatstone bridge condition, but for balanced condition, it is very important. For balanced condition, the current flowing through this galvanometer, current flowing through this galvanometer must be equal to 0. Must be equal to 0. Why? Because the potential at these 2 points are same. Because the potential at these 2 points, potential difference, we cannot say potential difference is 0. Potential difference across this galvanometer is not 0, but potential at this point. Suppose I am putting the here, let this is A, this is B, this is C, this is D, and this one is potential EMF. This is positive terminal, this one is negative terminal. So here we can write that potential at points B and D are okay. So when balance condition will achieve, balance condition means the potential at point B and D must be same. अगर इसका पोटेंशियल VB इक्वल टू VD होगा, that means whatever with the resistance or any electrical components we are going to use in between these two terminals, then the current through them is always 0. क्योंकि पोटेंशियल अगर सेम हो जाएगा तो करंट फ्लो नहीं होगा, बट एक चार्जेस फ्लो नहीं होगा. चार्जेस फ्लो नहीं होगा मतलब करंट इज 0. ओके, सो द करंट फ्लोइंग थ्रू द galvanometer is equal to 0 in case of balance condition. Why? Because potential at the two terminals or points B and D are same. Got it? So पोटेंशियल इन दोनों के बीच में सेम होता है, इसीलिए करंट 0 जाता है. So in case of balance condition, the value P upon Q is equal to R upon S. This is the Wheatstone-Bridge balance condition. This is the Wheatstone-Bridge balance condition. This ratio will always valid when the bridge is balanced. ब्रिज जब बैलेंस होगा, ये हमारा जो एक एक्सप्रेशन है, फॉर्मूला है, ये वैलिड होगा. दिस एक्सप्रेशन इज वैलिड व्हेन द ब्रिज इज बैलेंस्ड, अदरवाइज. सो P upon Q equal to R upon S. From this expression we can calculate what is the value of S. S is equal to, just you have to shift this one. Okay, so again you will get the value of S. Now we will derive, or we will finding out how this Wheatstone-Bridge balance and this expression, how we are getting. Okay, same circuit diagram will be necessary to find the expression or balance condition of the Wheatstone-Bridge. Let's same thing here. This is the circuit diagram. This is the galvanometer, this is the EMF E, and since this is the positive terminal of the battery, current will move from this one, and this is the first resistance, let it be, this is current I1 is flowing, and let the current I2 is flowing here. Since this is galvanometer, I am putting the current flowing through the galvanometer is I subscript G here. Since Ig is flowing in this direction and I1 is flowing towards B, कैसा हो रहा है? ऐसा हो रहा है. This is I1, this is Ig. Okay, so how much current will flow? I1 जा रहा है, मतलब I1 इसमें जा रहा है, आ रहा है, इस पॉइंट में आ रहा है, और Ig निकल रहा है. What is the value of this one? इधर I1 minus I2. So the current, this is due to KCL, Kirchhoff's current. So I1 minus Ig. Again, this one is I2 is coming here, Ig is also coming here. So what is the value? ये दो तो आ रहा है, तो ये निकल के जाएगा. कितना होगा? I2 plus IG दोनों आ रहा है इधर से आ रहा, बट इट जा रहा, बट इट so I2 plus IG, this one is leaving out. Then what is the value here? I2 plus IG, I2 plus IG plus I1 minus IG. So IG will cancel. What is the value? This one I2 plus I1. Here I1 is equal to what? I1 is equal to I1 plus I2. Here we are getting I2 plus I1. So I2 plus I1 is nothing but your. Okay. So now our circuit diagram is correct according to the direction of the current. Okay. According to the value of current. Now we will apply the KVL here. This is the first loop, loop 1. By applying KVL, along which one? Which one is our loop? A, B, D, A. A, B, D, A. That is loop 1. Okay, now you can write the expression or equation for KVL. I am not putting your positive negative sign. If you want, you can put it. So this is minus I1 into P, where P is the resistance. Minus I1 P. Then this one is what? Plus minus. So again this is minus. Current is IG into the resistance of the galvanometer, let it be G here, into G. Then this one is coming towards, so this is plus to minus, so again minus to plus, so this is plus, but it I2 into R, which is equal to 0, where capital G is the resistance of galvanometer. Resistance of the galvanometer. Okay, this is the first equation. Similarly, by applying KVL along this one, B, C, D, B. This is loop 2. By applying the KVL along B, C, D, B, that is loop 2. Now you can again write this is minus I1 minus IG, put it in bracket, into 2. This is again plus I2 plus IG, put it in the bracket because it is a current, into resistance S. Again one resistance will be there, galvanometer. So this is minus to plus, it will be, so this is plus. IG is only the current here, so IG into G, which is equal to 0. There is no other electrical components. There are 3 components here, so 3 terms, first term, second term, third term, equal to 0. Put the name of this equation as for balanced condition. For balanced condition, the value of Ig is equal to what? 0. For balanced condition, the current flowing through the galvanometer is 0. The current must be flowing through the galvanometer is 0. Why? The potential at B and D is same. Therefore, current is 0 in that branch. For balanced condition, the Ig is 0. When the value of Ig equal to 0, then the equation 1 and 2 will become. Then equations 1 and 2 will become, I am holding this one. So first one is minus I1 P. This one will be 0. So this term is neglected. Plus I2 R is equal to 0. That implies I1 P is equal to I2R. I2R is positive, so we are considering on right hand side. I1 P is equal to this one. That implies I1 upon I2 is equal to what? I1 upon I2 is equal to R upon P. This is the first equation. Second equation will become Ig is 0. Since Ig is 0, that is minus I1 into Q plus I2. Ig is 0. Again this is S. That one will also 0. That implies I1 Q is equal to I2S. While we are considering this on right hand side, that implies I1 upon I2 is equal to what? S upon. This is fourth equation. Okay. While dividing 3 and 4, we will get. While dividing 3 upon 4, then we will get I1 upon I2. This one is also same thing. I1 upon I2, which is equal to R upon Q is equal to S upon Q. That implies P upon Q equal to R upon S. This is our balanced condition of the Wheatstone bridge. Okay. This is the expression. How to derive. Next one is your sensitivity of Wheatstone bridge. How we are going to make the sensitivity? What does it mean sensitivity? Sensitivity is the process or phenomena in which when we are applying small input, then the output will be maximum. जिसमें हम क्या करेंगे? इनपुट अगर कम देंगे, बहुत छोटा सा वैल्यू देंगे, then output will be larger. Then the sensitivity will be more. We can say that sensitivity will be more. But often it will be evaluated on a device. ये किसमें दिखाई देता है? डिवाइस में दिखाई देता है. Sensitivity of Wheatstone bridge can be better when the value of resistances of four resistors are of same order. जब ये सेम ऑर्डर होगा सभी रेजिस्टर्स का रेजिस्टेंस, at that time sensitivity will be more. And next one is your, it depends on relative position of galvanometer and EMF. बैटरी और galvanometer का पोजीशन के हिसाब से डिपेंड करता है सेंसिटिविटी. करेक्ट. सो ये दोनों थोड़ा सा इंपोर्टेंट है. सेंसिटिविटी कब किसमें हम डिपेंड करते हैं? सेंसिटिविटी ऑफ Wheatstone bridge, इट डिपेंड्स ऑन रेजिस्टेंस वैल्यू. Resistance value of four resistors must be of same order. And second one, relative positions of galvanometer and ammeter should be perfect. देखो ऐसा होता है, स्टार्ट ऑफ ये galvanometer और this one is EMF. अगर मैं this one और galvanometer और बैटरी को अगर इंटरचेंज कर देता हूँ, then also this bridge will be balanced. ये याद रखना. When the galvanometer and the battery or cells are getting interchanged, then also this bridge will be balanced. Got it? चेंज करके देख लो, वही सेम आएगा, कुछ उसमें अंतर नहीं होगा. Next one, what are the advantages? Advantages of Wheatstone bridge is that first of all, it defines the current on null method. It finds the resistance एज पर द नॉल मेथड। इसको नॉल मेथड क्यों बोलते हैं? बिकॉज द गाल्वानोमीटर डिटेक्ट्स नो करंट। Why? Because Ig is equal to 0. When the Ig is equal to 0, the galvanometer is having 0 value. Alright? 0 value होने से उसमें कोई करंट डिटेक्ट नहीं होता है, and since it getting 0, the value is 0, so we are calling that it is one of the null method. Got it? Second advantage is that we can calculate the value of resistance very accurately. Very accurately. बहुत छोटा रेजिस्टेंस भी कैलकुलेट नहीं होता है, बहुत हाई वैल्यू भी रेजिस्टेंस कैलकुलेट नहीं करता है, लेकिन एक्यूरेट ज्यादा होता है। व्हाई? बिकॉज ऑल आर ऑफ द सेम। गॉट इट? ऑल दीज आर द एडवांटेजेस। ओके, next we will see the application of the Wheatstone bridge. What are the applications? Applications of Wheatstone bridge are meter bridge, post office box, and so many. Just you have to remember 2 or 3. You will ask in your practical exam. Okay, what are the application of Wheatstone bridge? What is the expression for this? And in case your exam, you will get so many of the questions. Okay. Thank you everyone.